Melania arrives. Trump address Congress. Melania Trump received a standing ovation as she arrived at Congress on Tuesday night to hear Donald's biggest speech yet. It's a time-honored tradition for the First Lady to bring special guests to the president's joint addresses before Congress. And this evening was no exception. The widow of conservative Judge Antonin Scalia, Maureen McCarthy Scalia, and the wives of two police officers killed by an illegal immigrant, were among her guests, as Donald Trump makes his first address in Congress today. Melania, who received a standing ovation from the crowd, was also joined by first daughter Ivanka, in a stunning fuchsia Roland Mouret Rawlings dress, which costs $2,995, and her husband Jared. The 46-year-old wore a sleek, sequined Michael Kors black suit, pulled together with a wide black belt, as she listened to her husband speak. The jacket retails for $5,000, while the skirt goes for $4,600, according to E! News. Melania and Donald Trump's guests seem to be a reflection of his early policies in office. Trump said he was honored to have Maureen Scalia, who was sat just a few seats away from Melania, at the speech, as he announced that federal appeals court judge Neil Gorsuch, seen as an ideological successor to her husband, was the president's choice to succeed him on the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, Ivanka was seated next to the widow of a Navy SEAL slain during a controversial anti-terrorism raid. Karen Owens, the wife of William Ryan Owens, received repeated standing ovations as tears streamed down her face on Tuesday. Ryan died as he lived, a warrior, and a hero battling against terrorism, and securing our nation, Trump said during his address. The raid Owens died in was the first in Trump's presidency, and has been labeled as botched by critics. Ryan laid down his life for his friends, for his country, and for our freedom. We will never forget him. Trump honored Owens as he called to significantly boost military spending to keep everyone safe, and protect the country from radical Islamic terrorism. He also pledged to crack down on illegal immigrants who threaten our communities, and prey on our citizens. To help make his point, Melania had invited Jessica Davis and Susan Oliver, whose husbands, California police officers Michael Davis Jr. and Danny Oliver, were killed in the line of duty in 2014, by a man living in the country illegally. The men are the namesakes of a bill aimed at stricter immigration law enforcement. Trump also invited Jamie Shaw, whose son was shot and killed by gang member Pedro Espinosa, who was in the country illegally in 2008. Shaw spoke at many of Trump's campaign rallies, and delivered a searing speech about his son at the Republican convention. Joining us in the audience tonight are four very brave Americans whose government failed them. Their names are Jamie Shaw, Susan Oliver, Jenna Oliver, and Jessica Davis, said Trump. Jamie Eel's 17-year-old son was viciously murdered by an illegal immigrant gang member who had just been released from prison. Jamie Eel Jr. was an incredible young man, with unlimited potential, who was getting ready to go to college, where he would have excelled as a great college quarterback. But he never got the chance. Also with us are Susan Oliver and Jessica Davis. Their husbands were slain in the line of duty in California. They were pillars of their community. These brave men were viciously gunned down by an illegal immigrant with a criminal record and 2 prior deportations. He should have never been in the country. Sitting with Susan is his daughter Jenna. Jenna, I want you to know your father is a hero, and tonight you have the love of entire country supporting you and praying for you. To Jamie Eel, Jenna, Susan, and Jessica, I want you to know we will never stop fighting for justice. Your loved ones will never, ever be forgotten. The group appears selected to highlight some of the president's early actions in office, including his crackdown on people living in the country illegally, with criminal backgrounds, and his selection of Gorsuch,